Hello, fellow traders. In this video, I'm going to give you the full analysis of gold, which, as you can see, is moving like a beast right now. It's doing some really crazy movements. This is the 1 second chart, okay? And I'm recording this video at 8 p.m. and it's not very normal for prices to move this much, to have this much volatility in this time of the day, and especially gold, which should be very stable. So, a big movement in gold is about to happen. It should happen tomorrow or until the end of the week. So, if you want to be informed about the technical analysis and the trends that are happening right now in gold, stay tuned until the end of the video. And really quick, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. If this video reaches 50 likes, I'm going to release I'm going to release kind of like a scheme from this chart that you guys can see directly instead of manually copying what you see on my screen. I'm going to release um, I'm going to find a way, probably maybe on Discord or something like that, to give you guys the, let's say, the paper copy of the analysis so that you can fully look at it. So let's get into the video. Firstly, let's take a look at the 1 week chart of gold. We can see that gold has not moved much since last week. It's at the peak, exactly where it stopped, starting to move laterally. The price starting to move laterally, exactly following the the top resistance at 378. So 378 is our um, maximum resistance, or the resistance we are at right now. Since it's starting to move laterally and the price has stabilized like that, um, this is usually the time where traders use as the entry point. It's the entry point for uh, a trade, whether if you're bullish or bearish. Now it's the time the price is stable. But I have a very important warning. So be careful because the price is very far from all the moving averages. We can see here on the screen the 50, I mean 20, 50, and 200 moving averages. And the price is very far from all of them, which means the price is very far from the usual or fair price. Also, if we zoom in, we have a very clear cross-like formation on the chart, which usually indicates that there is an indecision and traders are pondering if they should keep buying in this case or start selling. Since it hit the top resistance here at 378, people have been taking profits since they have been buying during this whole channel. But right now, because of how far the price has gone and the uncertainties about the future, including the tariffs that Trump is imposing, traders are not sure if they should keep buying or selling. Remember, this is though the weekly chart, so each candle represents a week. The way I would interpret this though, with the information that I've given so far, is that it's overbought on the RSI. And if we look at the stochastic RSI, it's actually forming a new wave. It's doing something like this. It's forming a new wave up, which could be where the price is going before being fully overbought. If we look at how far it has been overbought in the past, as you guys can see here, it can last up to uh, 2 months. From September to November, it kept being on overbought. So even though the conditions are not very good right now regarding entering the trade, it doesn't mean it's going to stop here. That's not a certainty. It could really extend. And if that happens, basically what I expect the price to do is cross the 3078 resistance and um, get chopped, get sold before consolidating. So the price should reach this point but not consolidate in this area. Instead, it should remain below. It's exactly actually what happened before at the same point of being overbought. The price crossed the resistance at $2,722, but quickly went back because there is not enough buying power left to consolidate the price at that level. But it does mean that if you're going to sell, maybe you want to consider that the price could still go higher if you're going to sell or short sell gold. If we look at the monthly chart, we have actually a confirmation of the same movement. Both RSIs are in overbought, and even though the price is very far from the moving averages, all of them, we can see that again there is a new wave forming in both RSIs, is still going up. So until this wave starts to decline or consolidate, doing something like this, uh, finishing the parabolic curve, until they do that, I won't be fully convinced that the price has reached the peak. And actually, we can expand this channel. You are now seeing the expanded channel. I mean, I uh, reconfigured the channel to fully cover the movement in the monthly chart. And as you guys can see, um, we can consider that there is still movement, there is still space for the price to go up and reach around this area where it would be something around $3,250. So if you trying to understand the point until where the price could go before you sell or try to short sell it, considering what I said before, the price is going up from the RSI, it would still reach this point right here where the top of the channel coincides with the $3,253 resistance. So there's still a good space for the price to move. And we can actually have confirmation of that by looking at what the price did before reaching this point. Right here, we have a small channel that we could consider to be something like this, and below that the price moves laterally before reaching the support of the channel. So usually, in my experience, usually the price finishes one channel where it begins the other, meaning that this right here is where the top of the channel would really be, and not where the dotted line is in the channel showing the middle. So there's a good chance that, considering everything we analyzed so far, the price could still reach anywhere between $3,078 $3,250. Keep in mind, this is a theory. Yeah, it's an analysis of what could happen, covering most scenarios. Although you guys can see that my position would be bullish, but you can take your own conclusion. And finally, if you guys want to know exactly what to do, let's look at the daily chart. And one more time, please subscribe for more content like this and leave a like. If you reach 50 likes, I'm going to just publish um, this full chart drawings so you guys can see the whole picture. So let's look at the daily chart now. On the daily chart, we have something very interesting, which is this formation right here. This is a typical pattern that usually predicts a type of movement that I'm going to explain in a second. First, let's look at the RSIs. They're both confirming, again, in alignment with the other charts, that the price is most likely still going up, that the price is most likely uh, moving up before reaching fully oversold, especially because he also made a double bottom right here before crossing a double bottom on the upper part of the RSI chart, which is this part right here. And in the daily chart, the price is not very far from the three moving averages, which means that it wouldn't be that much overbought. And we can also see a very clear trend of the price following the dotted line, which is acting as a resistance, and it has this resistance has hold at least here, here, and here. So such a strong resistance would indicate that the price is going down, which is contradicting the possibility of an upward movement that we have seen so far. And finally, we can consider the formation that I mentioned a while back, which um, actually I have to zoom in even more, which is right here close to $3,078. It makes a triangle where the price is able to move up but is unable to cross the upper part of the triangle. It's unable to break it. Usually when there is this type of formation, the price, after it breaks the triangle, after it here in this case it would move down and break the triangle, then it would probably reach $2,088. So on the daily chart, we have actually good information that the price is going to move down, even though the RSIs are pointing to it moving probably up. But with this information in mind, we can also interpret that the RSIs, since they are touching the yellow line, it's acting as a resistance and the next movement would be down. So there's actually this detail that when you look at the whole picture, you can see that the price could possibly move down. So if we put all this information in one analysis, if we try to interpret it all together, it could be that the price try to could try to break down from the triangle, get rejected somewhere around here, go up since the higher time frames are showing that that could be the movement, which actually coincides with the target the AI is predicting. And then here it would get rejected again before going down. So this is actually a very tricky one. This is actually a very tricky analysis and a very tricky chart. Um, it's not every day that we see something this hard to interpret. So from my analysis, it would make the movement of going down from breaking the triangle, getting rejected, reaching up around 3,200 or 2,350 like we saw in the higher time frames, get rejected again. Instead of consolidating here on this support line, which would become support at that point, instead of consolidating there, it would again get down here before doing any kind of other movement, from which point you would either start a selling movement or it would consolidate here and possibly go higher. That would be for the next videos when we have more information. So guys, please subscribe. If we reach 50 likes, I'm going to publish these drawings so it's easier to understand it. And I'm going to leave the link for the previous video in the description. So if you want to fully understand what's happening with gold, just click the link in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.